Good day to each and everyone. Okay, this morning we have our new lesson, Indigenous and Other Sources of Information. Okay, so this is under our subject, Media and Information Literacy. Okay, so in this lesson, we are going to discuss the different sources of information. It's either the news source, the digital source, or the indigenous source of information. Okay, let's come now to the objectives of the lesson. At the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to: number one, determine a range of strategies for gathering informational media, and identify and explain the basic criteria for evaluating information. Okay, it will be identified later on and explain the criteria for evaluating. Okay, for evaluating the information that we get or that we obtain from the source of that certain information. Okay, before we continue with the lesson discussion, let us first review the previous lesson that we have or that we had, the types of media, namely the print media, broadcasting media, and the digital media. Okay, as we know from the previous previous video, we had the printed media. Okay, so example of this media are the books, okay, magazines, okay, the newspapers. Okay, it involves ink and paper. Okay, so these are the traditional media or the conventional media. Okay, so but still we use that kind of media as of this time. Okay, and the second one we have the broadcasting media. Okay, so this media involves or uses airwaves. Okay, so example of this media are the television and the radio. Okay, so broadcasters, reporters, they uses uh, airwaves. They uses the airwaves um, to discuss or to give their topics or their content to the people. Okay, to inform the people. Okay, so they uses airwaves. Okay, so the third one, the digital media. Okay, so these are the new, considered as the new media. Okay, it involves the internet. Okay, so there were many advantages of this digital media. Okay, so the one that we are using this time, okay, the gadget, okay, the apps, application that we have, so that involves also the internet. So that is considered as the digital media. Okay, so in this media, okay, so the printed media, okay, may mga ginagawa na ring mga e-books. Kumbaga, yung mga e-book, dati hard copy lang ang libro, yung mga books natin. So ngayon meron ng mga electronic books o yung mga nada-download na natin online. Okay? So dito sa digital media na ito, okay? So parang pinagsama na yung halos lahat ng media. At saka marami na ring maka-access dun sa information. Okay? Sa information using this new or the digital media. Like for example, okay, sa television, that is an example of broadcasting. Okay? Or the radio. It is now sometimes it is now simultaneously broadcast using the internet. Okay? Using the digital media. We can access that one when we have our cell phones, when we have our televisions. Okay, so we can access that certain information. Okay, so if we have the gadget using the internet, so there were advantages and also disadvantages of this media. Okay, so the ebook. So we have the ebook, newspaper, news. We can access already the news via the internet. Okay, so there were so many advantages. But of course, hindi rin mawawala yung mga disadvantages. Okay? So, sabi nga nila, ika nga, um, too much use of that media or of that gadget, of the gadget that we have today, of the technology that we have today will also harm us, especially the students. Okay, so kung hindi na natin makontrol, may na-addict na tayo, lalo na sa mga games, mga ganyan. Okay, so um, ibang usapan na yan. So that is the disadvantage, one of the disadvantages of this new media, or this new or the digital media. Okay, try to compare or try to examine the group of people, okay, so in the picture above, and the group of people in the picture below. Okay, so try to compare the two groups of these two groups of people in terms of their mode of communication and their sources of information, and of course the gadgets that they have used. Okay, so yung mga ginagamit nilang gadget. Okay, try to compare. Okay, so in this group of people in the picture above, okay, so what have you observed? Okay, when it comes to their mode of communication. Okay, so what is their mode of communication? So makikita natin, okay, so what is their mode of communication? Parang nagtitipon-tipon sila lahat, di ba? Nakikita natin diyan sa picture. Nagtitipon-tipon sila. Siguro may assembly ito. Okay? May tinatawag na pagtitipon dahil may gustong iparating yung grupo nila. Okay? So, that is the ancient people or yung mga sinaunang tao. Okay? The old one. Yung mga nauna sa atin. Okay? So, that is their mode of communication. So, nandun lahat. Nagtitipon-tipon lahat. What is their source of information? Kung makikita natin, di ba, nakikita ho natin, nandyan yung, nandyan yung malaking libro. Hinawakan. May mga pictures. Ginuhit na mga pictures. Okay? So, ito, nakikita rin natin ito. Okay, so, that is yung source, that is the source of their information. Okay? So, they use the printed materials or the print media. Okay? So, those are the ancient people or the indigenous people. Okay? So, of course, what are their gadgets? So, ano yung mga gadget na ginagamit nila? So, makikita natin yan nga. Yung parang gadget nila is yung mga libro. Okay? Yun na yung pinaka-gadget nila. Okay? So, kumpara naman natin dito sa picture sa baba. Okay? So, these are the modern generations or the modern generations. Okay? So, may kumpara natin. Tingnan natin yung picture. Okay? May mga books, but yung mga tao, the group of these people, they have already the gadgets, the laptops, they have the speakers. Okay? So, tingnan ho natin. Okay? Nakipag-communicate sila, so using the gadgets. Okay? Their mode of communication using the gadgets. So, tingnan natin itong picture na to. Tingnan natin. Okay? So, siguro ito gumagawa ng video call. Tumatawag. Naalala ko dati, class, nung elementary ako, pag nagpapadala kami ng sulat sa Maynila or sa ibang bansa, yun aabot ng isang buwan, ang mga ilang buwan kung sa ibang bansa, napakatagal. Unlike today, we have the internet, we have the gadget. Okay, so real time yung pag-uusap natin, yung pag-chat natin, yung pag-message natin. Okay? So ano ba ang disadvantage, or what do you think is the advantage of indigenous people or the traditional people to the modern generation nowadays? So ano yung mga advantage ng indigenous people? Okay, so one of the advantages, kung makikita natin, mas buo yung banding dati, di ba? So, makikita natin buo yung banding. Nandun lahat, nagkikita-kita lahat, so may unity, may banding. Unlike today, so tingnan natin yung bagong generation, exchange of information, they are using the gadget. So, kahit malayo, or kahit ikumpara natin ngayon sa bahay natin, di ba? Yung mga anak natin, magte-text na lang, mag-uusap, kakain tayo, ang iba nagte-text, yung iba may mga ginagawa, may nagchat-chat, tapos hindi na halos makapag-usap dahil nga sa technology, dahil nga sa gadget na meron sila. Okay? So, yung banding nawawala na. Okay? Yan yung advantage noon. Okay? Sa pamilya natin, dati pag kumakain, nakapag-usap sa hapagkainan. Okay? So, nagtatanong, ano ba ang kailangan mo? Ano bang meron sa pag-aaral mo? So, mga ganong senaryo. So, unlike today, minsan nga, baka meron nga sa inyo, nagte-text na lang sa magulang, Ma, hindi ako kakain, pero nandun lang sa kwarto. So, di ba? Mga ganun. So, marami ring advantage yung mga sinaunang tao when it comes to the bondings. Di ba? Mas, ano sila, united sila noon. Okay, so ngayon, the new generation, makikita natin, ang kagandahan din naman, nakapag-usap na tayo ng parang totoo na or real time na. Okay? So, unlike before, papadala ka ng sulat, telegrama, ang tagal. Ngayon, just a minute or a second, so pwede mo na makausap yung kaibigan or kakilala or kamag-anak mo na sa ibang bansa. So, parang ganon, di ba? So, that is one of the advantages of the indigenous people or the ancient people when it comes um, to communication. So, sa bonding. Okay? Lalo na sa isang pamilya. How does the exchange of information happen in these two different types of generation? Okay, so kung makikita natin, so dito sa picture sa itaas, okay, makikita natin nandun yung closeness nila. Okay? So, nagdi-disseminate sila ng information, nandun lahat yung mga tao. Okay? Nagtitipon-tipon yung mga tao. Unlike in the picture below, so makikita natin, so kaunti lang sila, pero may mga ginagawa. Siguro yung iba dyan, yung dito, ito, yung sa may right side na picture. Okay, may kita natin, ito sila, so nakipag-communicate, nakipag-chat. Okay, nakipag-video call. Okay, so dito ang banda, gumagamit ng technology. Okay, so mas mabilis, kung ika nga, mas mabilis yung travel ng information dito sa modern generation. Okay? So, mas mabilis yung information na maihatid doon sa paghatiran, doon sa receiver. Okay? Mas mabilis ring maka-access ng information. Okay? Dito sa new generation or sa ating generation. Unlike before. Okay? So, medyo mabagal, may kabagalan. Pero may mga advantages pa rin. Okay? May mga advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so try to examine this one, the library. So, they have the library, they have also their gadgets. So, parang doble. Siguro na gumagawa ng research ito. Kinokompara din yung information from the book and the information from the internet or from their source kung saan man yan. Okay? So, parang ganon. Okay, malaki ang kaibahan, di ba? Makumpara natin. Pero, mas maganda pa rin yung sa ngayon. Kasi, mas mabilis yung flow of information or yung pagdating ng information, kumbaga. Okay, these are the sources of information. Okay, we have the libraries, the indigenous media, and the internet. Okay, so we will discuss the libraries or the library. Okay, so we have here the picture. Okay, this from the internet. This picture was taken from unsplash.com from online from the internet. Okay, so this is one example of the this is a library. Okay, um, what is a library, by the way, class? What is libraries or what is library? Okay, it is a place in which literary, musical, artistic, or reference materials such as books, manuscripts, recordings, or films are kept for use but not for sale. Okay, so that is according to Merriam-Webster's of 11th Collegiate Dictionary. Okay, so this is her definition. So according to Merriam. Okay, so a place in which literary, musical, artistic, or reference materials such as books, manuscripts are kept for use but not for sale. Okay, of course. So these books are not for sale. Okay, we can see libraries usually in school. So during our college life, so we have the libraries. Okay, so during my time, so medyo patok pa noon yung mga libro natin. Okay, so may technology na, may mga computers na pero limited pa rin. The internet, so limited the resources. Okay, so we always use books as our reference. Like when we have our class, we have our lessons, then we go to the library for research. Okay, for research of the lesson. Okay, then there were four major types of the library. Okay, so first one we have the academic library. Okay, this library serves colleges and universities. Okay, so yan pala yung tawag doon sa library na yun. Yung mga library ng college and universities. So that is called academic library. Okay, the second one, we have the public library. Okay, so it serves cities and towns of all types. Okay, so dito sa atin sa Surigao, meron tayong public library. Okay, located at Luneta. Meron tayo dyan, may bago dyan na library. Okay, so it serves cities and towns of all types. Okay, so the third one, we have this school library. Okay, so this is our library. It serves students from kindergarten to grade 12. So, meron tayo dito sa paaralan natin. Tawag pala dyan is school library. Okay? So, yan yung kaibahan ha. Pagdating natin sa college, so ang tawag doon academic library. Dito sa atin, senior high school and elementary, kindergarten. So, ang tawag pala doon na library is school library. Okay, so the fourth one, we have the special library. Okay, so this is located in specialized environments, okay, such as hospitals, corporations, museums, military, private businesses, and the government. So, usually itong mga special libraries na to, so kung halimbawa sa mga military, siguro nandun yung mga tactics nila, yung mga ganun, yung mga ginagawa nila during operations, mga style, parang ganun. Sa hospitals, siguro yung library, ang laman doon, yung mga procedures, yung mga operations, di ba? Yung mga tawag dito, mga drug prescriptions. Okay? So, siguro nandun. Okay, museums. Okay, may mga museums. Siguro nandun yung library. Okay, lahat ng mga uh, uh, kailangan. Okay, so private businesses or private business. Okay, tinatawag yon na mga special library. Okay, so those are specialized environments. Okay, so sometimes this special library, lalo na yung sa military, so yung mga information dyan is classified, parang ganon. Like also hospitals. Yung mga library nila, siguro nga ma-classified yung information na nandun. Kaya, hindi yun ino-open sa public. Okay? So, only authorized persons or authorized people ang pwedeng gumamit nun. So, parang ganon. Okay, so, we have here the indigenous media. Okay? So, try to compare their way of communication. Okay? So, ano yung mga ginagamit, ano yung ginagawa nila. Okay, so what are indigenous media as source of information, as one of the sources of information. Okay, so indigenous media originated or produced naturally in a particular region or locality. Okay, so from the word indigenous, so yung na-produce natin locally. Okay, yung nasa environment na nasa loob ng ating barangay, nasa loob ng ating syudad, nasa loob ng vicinity. So that is indigenous media. It was or it is produced by the people of that certain area, okay, or that certain region or particular region. So that is indigenous media. Okay, and maybe defined as forms of media expression, conceptualized, produced, circulated by indigenous people around the globe as vehicles for communication. Okay, local meetings such as Kapihan, Balitaktakan, and Kwentong Barber or Kwentong Barbero are some examples of how news and stories are passed on within the community. Okay, so this is their way of communicating. Okay, this is their way of communicating to others. Okay, like kapihan, balitaktakan, kwentong barbero. Okay, so yung mga yan, yeah, that is their considered as local meetings. It's also um, form. This also one way or one form of indigenous media. Okay, so yung parang mga kwentong barbero, yung mga naisali na, naipasa nating mga kwento galing sa mga relatives natin, sa mga lolo at lola natin, okay? Naisalin din natin doon sa mga anak natin, sa susunod pa ng mga generations o henerasyon. Okay, mga kapihan. So, itong kapihan na to, nagagawa to, nakita ko to nung college ako. Okay, ang pangalan namin dito is Kapihan with the Dean. So, yung parang ganon, yung parang discussions, ganon, may mga kuan rin, mga importante kaalaman or information na ipinahayag yung departamento sa pamamagitan ng gantong klase ng meeting, kapihan. Okay? So we have also the forms of indigenous media. Okay, so we have the folk or the traditional media, gatherings and social organizations, direct observations, okay, so records, it's either written, carved, or oral, and the oral instructions. Okay, so those are the forms of indigenous media, folk or traditional media. So like for example, yung mga nakita natin kanina, yung libro, mga nakaukit, so mga drawings, paintings. Okay, so that is a folk or traditional type of media. Then gatherings and social organizations. So like mga kapihan, naalala ko dati yung assembly, barangay, yung barangay assembly na nangyayari ngayon. Yung mga gatherings, di ba? Social organizations. So that is another form of indigenous media. Okay, so may gustong iparating yung barangay officials, di ba? So in the form of gatherings, so assembly. Nag-assemble ang yung mga tao, nagtitipon-tipon yung mga tao. Okay? So direct observations. Okay? Minsan, okay, so direct observation pala ay isa ring form ng indigenous media. So kung ano yung nakikita natin, yung nasaksihan natin. So naisasali rin natin doon, naisasalin din or naipamahagi rin natin yung information kung direkta nating naobserbahan or nakita yung pangyayari. Okay, so sometimes ang disadvantage dito, so minsan may kulang na yung information and minsan sobra na rin yung information. Ganon. Then, we have also these records. Okay, so the written, the carved, or the oral. Okay, as indigenous media. Okay, for records, so usually, ginagawa na naman to dati pa, mga records. Hanggang sa ngayon, meron pa rin tayong ganito, records. This is the hard copy. Okay, so the hard copy of um, everything. Okay, records. Kung meron na tayo ngayong soft copy, so encoded in our computers, then we must have also our hard copy as backup. Okay, so ganon. Okay, records as a form of indigenous media. And then, the oral instruction. Okay, so yung mga instruction na binibigay. So sa barangay, sa city, yung mayor natin, yung kapitan natin. Yun, mga oral instructions. Kung sa paaralan, yung mga oral instructions ng teacher or ni teacher. Okay, so that is a form of indigenous media. Okay, yung mga sinaunang media or traditional media. Okay, so sa ngayon, hindi na tayo pwedeng mag-oral instruction. Okay, lalo na kung importanteng bagay. So, dapat in written form na siya. Kasi, parang ano natin yan, backup. Parang, kuan yan. Kumbaga, yun yung magiging, ano natin, way na gumawa ka ng ganito. Parang, yun nga, backup na written instruction. Okay? So, ginagawa pa rin yan, oral instruction. But of course, may kasama ng written instruction. Okay? Sinusulat na dapat. Okay, so let's come now to the third source of information. Okay, or the new source of information. This is the internet. Okay, so what is internet, by the way, class? Okay, so it is a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. Or in my own way of defining this term internet, so this is the considered as internet is considered as the information superhighway. So lagi kong inuulit 'yan. 'Di ba? Every time na may discussion ako, when I have the term the internet, then I must say it is the information superhighway. So meaning nandun na lahat, superhighway. So almost all of the information will be located or will be obtained from that certain media. Okay, so that is now this is now the time that we must be responsible. Okay, so we must be clear that the information that we obtain from the internet, from this media, is valid or reliable. So we must um, see to it that criterias are met when we obtain or when we copy that information from the source. We must double check if that information is valid or is if it is true or not. Okay? Kasi karamihan ngayon, marami ng fake news na nagsisirculate sa social media or sa internet. So, mabilis. Sabi ko nga kanina, mas mabilis mag-travel yung information. Okay? When we use the internet. Okay? But, of course, kung fake naman yung information na yon, mabilis rin siyang kumalat. Okay? So, as what I have said, internet is the information superhighway. So, alam naman natin, alam nyo naman. So, karamihan talaga ngayon, mga estudyante, kung pera lang sa hindi gumagawa ng kuan, lahat ng assignments, so, lahat inaasa na kay internet, kay Google. Okay? So, like mga problems, ganon, mathematics problems, so, mga essay, quizzes, so, lahat na. Kinoconsult na palagi yung internet or si Google, yung browser natin na ginagamit lagi. Okay? So, nandun lahat. So, dapat nating i-validate. Dapat responsable ho tayo as user of the internet. So, kasi para maiwasan natin pagkalat. Maiwasan natin kumalat yung mga fake news na nagse-circular or nagse-circulate ngayon sa social media or online. Okay? So, bilang isang estudyante, tungkulin ho natin na magiging mapanuri. Okay? Kailangan suriin natin kung tama or totoo ba yung mga information na kukunin natin galing sa internet. Okay? So, we're now evaluating information found in the internet. Okay, so we should know who is the author of that information, the publishing body, kung sino yung nag-publish ng information, and then the accuracy and verifiability. Okay, if that information is accurate and kung verified ba siya. Okay, so dapat ganon when we evaluate the information. Okay, and then if it is current or the currency of the information is also considered. Okay, kung napapanahon ba, kung tama ba yung data na kinuha natin. Okay, so the currency. Okay, things to consider in evaluating information. Okay, reliability, okay, the accuracy, the value, the authority, and timeliness. Okay, for reliability of information, okay, information is said to be reliable if it can be verified and evaluated. Okay, so we can consider the information reliable if it is verified and evaluated. Kung na-evaluate ho natin, okay, na-cross-evaluate natin sa ibang source, nakita natin sa libro, may totoo yung information na yan, nandun yung author, di ba? Nandun yung kung sino nag-publish, okay, nandun yung kung anong domain, yung anong website yung nag-publish nun, nagsulat nun. Okay, so na-verify natin, so that is now considered as reliable information. Okay, so dapat alamin ho natin. Okay, so para magiging wasto yung paggamit natin ng information. Maiwasan natin yung mga fake information. Okay, so others refer to the trustworthiness of source in evaluating the reliability of information. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so skills in determining the reliability of information. Okay, we should check the author. Okay, so always check the author. Sino bang author nito? Information nito. Okay, check the date of publication or of update. Okay, so always check that one. Okay, kailangan alam natin kung kailan siya na-publish or kailan in-update. Okay, by the way, class, when you get the information online, so tingnan ho talaga natin yung mga website na kinukuhaan natin. Okay, basahin natin kung ano yung ang meron dyan sa website na yan. Kasi baka naman yung website na kinuhaan natin is hindi website ng parang yung for entertainment lang na mga website. Parang mga ganon. So, minsan may mga ganon kasi may mga website na ganon. They have their website, they have their information for parang entertainment purposes. Yung parang lang, parang pang bluff lang ng mga tao. Yung mga ganon, just for fun information. Okay, so always check the information of the website. So, meron naman doon about us, kung anong klase. Di ba? Meron yan. May mga button na ganyan. About the website. So, what is the type of website that they have. So, pwede nyo i-check yan. Okay, so check for citations and check the domain or owner of the site or page. So, check ho natin yung domain or yung website. So, kung yung website .com yung nasa hulihan, then that is commercial website. Okay? So, kung .gov naman, then that is owned by the government. Or if it is .edu, so that is for educational. So, mga eskwelahan, universities, parang ganon. And if it is .org, that is the domain or the website of non-profit organization. And that mail is for our military. Okay? For the military websites. Okay, so tingnan ho natin, check ho natin kung saan galing yung information. Okay? Okay, let's come now to the accuracy of information. Accuracy is refers to the closeness of the report to the actual data, or it is the measurement of accuracy, or the measurement of accuracy varies depending on the type of information being evaluated. Okay, so accuracy. If it is information is considered as accurate is if it has closeness, the information has closeness to the actual data. So parang medyo malapit yung information. Parang ganon. Okay? So that is why we must examine kung accurate ba. Tingnan din natin yung date of publish. Okay? Ng information. Tingnan natin kung malapit ba yung may katotohanan ba yung nakuha natin na information doon sa isa na information. Parang ngayon, nandun na yung pagkukumpara ng information. Okay? Then, kung nandun na yung data na kumpara natin, totoo siya. Okay? So, that is now the time na we can consider the information as accurate. Okay? So, sana may mga naintindihan tayo dyan dahil I know most of us, most of you learners, we always depend on the internet. Lahat ng data, kinukuha natin lahat sa internet. Okay, so we have also these skills in determining accurate information. Look for facts. So, kung may information tayo na nakuha, so dapat tingnan natin kung totoo ba siya or hindi. Cross-reference with other sources for consistency. Okay, so ibig sabihin, cross-reference, kung nakikita mo yan dito sa website na to, tingnan din natin sa kabilang website, sa ibang website, kung nandun ba yung information na yan. Okay, for consistency. Kung nandun yung information na yan, so ibig sabihin, accurate yung information. Okay? And then determine the reason for writing and publishing the information. Okay? Kailangan din natin yang malaman kung ano yung rason nila. Bakit nila ito sinulat or bakit nila pinablish itong information na to. Okay? So, that's it. Cross-reference and determine the reason. And of course, look for facts. Okay, let's come now to the value of information. Okay, information is said to be of value if it aids the user in making or improving decisions. Okay, so we can consider the information has the value kung makikita mo na or nagagamit mo yung information for your decisions or decision making. Okay, so kasi kadalasan, kumukuha tayo ng information for our own sake, di ba? For our own sake. Okay, so, halimbawa, kung gumagawa tayong decisions, hindi tayo makapag-decisions kasi kulang nga yung kaalaman natin. Okay, naggumagawa tayo ng research, gumagawa tayo ng mga, kumukuha tayo ng mga informations coming from the internet. Then, kung nakapag-decision tayo, gamit yung information na ginawa natin. So, that is not the time na may value yung information. Okay? Na-verify natin na accurate yung, yung reliable yung information, accurate. So, that is not the time na that information has the value for us. Okay? For us. Okay, the authority of the source. Much of the information we gather daily not come from a primary source but are passed on through the secondary sources such as writers, reporters, and the like. Okay, sources with an established expert on the subject matter are considered as having sound authority on that subject. Okay, so totoo ito. So karamihan ng mga writers, reporters, they are just quoting the information from the very source. Okay, so doon sa pinakamay-ari ng source. Okay, kino-quote lang ng mga writers, ng mga reporters. So, mas maganda yung i-honor natin is yung tao talaga o yung source talaga ng information. Okay, so the expert of that subject matter. So, sila yung mako-consider natin as the authority or having the sound authority on that information or on that subject. Okay? So, siya ang may-ari nun. Okay? So, the writers, the reporters, so like for example, doing research. So, sometimes we get information, we obtain information from the research. Okay? So, pero ang may ano talaga nun, nagmay-ari talaga nun is yung original na gumagawa. Okay? So, yung expert doon sa subject na yon. Okay? Siya yung original na naggumagawa or ng pinanggalingan ng information. Okay? So, sana naintindihan ho natin yon. Okay, so who authored or published the information? Is the source credible? Okay. So parang ganon. Who is the original author? Or who is the publisher of that information? So he is now the authority. He has now the sound authority of that certain information. Is the source credible? Parang ganon. Okay, timeliness. Reliability, accuracy, and value of information may vary based on the time it was produced or acquired. Okay, so tama yun. So, masasabi natin na may value yung information. Okay, so masasabi natin may timeliness dyan sa information if that information produced was acquired on time. So, like for example, the number of gadgets. So there's a research, kumbaga may research na nagkukumpara kung ilang gadget bang ginagamit ng isang estudyante sa panahon ngayon. So like 2021. Okay, so binibigyan ng ratio, kumbaga, example. Okay, binibigyan ng ratio. So isang estudyante mayroong 2 gadget as of this time. So, dalawang cellphones or my cellphone, my laptop. Parang ganon. So, November 2021, ganon yung data. Pero kalaunan, after 2 years, 3 years, tumataas yan. So, kung gagamitin mo yung information nung 2021, tapos ginamit mo ng 2024, so, hindi na siya timeliness. Ibang usapan na yan. Ibang data na ho ang makukuha mo. So, hindi na updated. So, dapat i-check mo rin yan kung kukuha ka ng information online. Kasi baka nga outdated na yung information na nakuha mo. Okay, while a piece of information may have been found accurate, reliable, and valuable during that time it was produced, it may become irrelevant and inaccurate with the passing of time. Okay? Thus making it less valuable. Okay? So, kung gagamitin mo yung data ngayon, gagamitin mo 2021 data, tapos gagamitin mo 2024, so, hindi na siya accurate. So, may kaibahan na yan. Okay? So, less valuable na. Okay? So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng timeliness. Okay? So, siguro, ito na yung nasam-asam natin na part of the slides. Okay, so the word thank you. Okay, so we have the source of the information that we discuss. Okay, so these are the links. Okay, yung mga pinagkukunan ko ng information online. Okay, so don't forget class to acknowledge or to post the link of your source when you get information coming from the internet. Okay, so thank you for watching. Okay, thank you for giving your time in this video. I hope you have may mga natutunan kayo sa video na to, at sana subaybayan nyo ang mga video ko regarding media and information literacy subject. Okay, mabuhay po tayong lahat.